Don't boil the milk, Jack. That's the secret.
No ifs or buts, Parish. This is coming directly from Inspector Falcon Price. You need to lift your game.
Well, why am I being singled out?
Because you book fewer motorists than anybody else.
But isn't it sometimes better to warn drivers?
No, not always.
Well, if you don't want me to use my discretion,
I'm not saying that.
Hey, froth and everything.
By the way, that was very generous of your father to send us that contraption.
Do you want one?
Yeah, why not? I'll give it a go.
You can have this one if you want.
Thanks, you sure?
I actually prefer instant.
Then why did your father send that thing?
Oh, he's just like that.
What I'm saying is, by all means, use your discretion, but if there's a clear offence, for God's sake, give them a ticket, then they might learn.
Like that young idiot out on St David's Road yesterday. Killed the whole family.
Say he was doing over 140.
The guy was probably legless.
Oh, yeah, or just some young revhead who can't handle his dad's car.
It's a bit simplistic, isn't it?
Excuse me, but isn't anybody due out on patrol?
Should start handing out canaries to hoonmobiles. That'll get the quota up.
Who said anything about a quota?
Here's a go for you. Young hoon just waiting to be booked.
Give him a burst. I'll let you write this one.
Thanks. Betty!
Oh, thank goodness. Do you think you can help me with these wretched gears?
About time, you two. My stomach's beginning to think my throat's been
Sorry, boss. Jack had to help Betty Withers drive her car home.
Really? What's she doing driving? Didn't even know she had a licence, let alone a car.
Oh, it was her husband. She's had it in the garage since he passed away.
And we checked her licence. It's current.
Had it for 54 years.
Even before my time.
She's just a bit rusty on the mechanics.
Well, should she be driving at all?
You feel sorry for her, you know. She wouldn't have ventured out at all if her daughter hadn't moved back to St David's.
Well, let's hope she takes a refresher course before venturing out.
Well, you know what the solution is. They should bring in O-plates.
For old-timers.
Oh, hilarious.
Boss, about the ticket.
Well, it's up to you, but I'm sure you'll do the decent thing. Hurry up and finish your lunch. You two are due back out again.
But I thought Ben was going on.
I've asked Acting Sergeant Stewart to perform administrative duties this afternoon. Give him a chance to bone up.
Oh, the sergeant's board. Well, when is it?
It's tomorrow.
You sly dog. You didn't say a word, you know.
It's best not to say anything, you know? Just in case.
In case what, hey? You don't make it?
Mate, you are a shoo-in.
What?
Are you okay?
I'm fine.
You're not going to get off this hydrant like that.
Yes, I will.
Can you turn the engine off, please?
I can't just leave it like this.
Step out of the car.
Oh, have a look what the horrible great thing's done to my car.
Yeah, can I have a look at your licence, please?
I'm going to complain.
Miss McNamara, is it?
Yes, Fiona.
I see you haven't had your licence very long.
I can drive, though. I'm a good driver. My mother taught me, and she's Jill McNamara.
Jeez.
You know, the rally driver?
Oh, I thought I knew the name. She won the Evenley to Mildura rally last year, didn't she?
Yeah.
All right, did she teach you how to speed?
You don't think this is my fault, do you? Well, I know how to corner. I'm very good at cornering. It's the road. It's a disgrace. I only just touched the gravel as I came round the corner, and the next thing I know, I'm on the footpath. The council should pay for the damage to the car.
How fast were you going?
Well, I wasn't speeding, if that's what you're saying.
Miss McNamara, I'll be reporting this incident and you may receive a summons in the mail.
What for?
Careless driving.
But I wasn't driving carelessly.
She might be right, Jack. That shoulder's in pretty bad shape. I'll tell you what, Fee, we'll look into the situation and you may have nothing to worry about, OK?
You totally undermined me. I was right in the middle of giving her a summons and you come in on her side.
so
Right, you two, what's going on?
Forget it, boss. Doesn't matter.
There was an accident in Blythe Street. The state of the road is shocking.
She was going like a bat out of hell. She had to be.
Then it's simple process of a careless driving.
But, boss, we don't...
No buts, Parish. Do it now.
Yes, can I help you, sir?
Oh, Dave, what brings you down here?
The best reason there is, Tom. I've got a cheque for you.
Beauty.
Oh, don't they frown on that sort of thing in our line of business, boss?
Dave Weller, Ben Stewart.
G'day, nice to meet you.
Dave is my new tax accountant, and a darn fine job he's doing, too.
Acting Sergeant.
Not for long.
Hey,
Come on through.
Me,
We've got a new coffee machine. I'll make you one, if you want.
Well, I'd like to see that.
Ben, can I have a word about something? It's about this careless driving charge against Fee McNamara.
You heard what the boss said?
Oh, he wasn't there, was he?
Neither was I.
The boss didn't check the road, but I did, and I think Fee might have a really good point.
Then let her put it in court.
So Jack and I put all that time and energy into giving evidence and the case gets thrown out.
Joe, what do you want me to do about it?
Well, you're acting sergeant.
So?
So you're responsible for the way this place runs. Do you really want Jack and I wasting our time like that?
Jack, have you submitted that brief on Ms McNamara's summons yet?
Yeah, right away.
No. Hold off for a while, could you?
Hold off.
Yeah, Joe's going to get onto the council and get a report on the state of the road.
But the boss has said
The
to
boss,
put it
he'll be
through.
happy that we're being prudent.
Yeah, whatever you say.
Betty, how are you?
All right. Acting Sergeant, how are you?
Oh, I can't complain. What can we do for you, Mrs. Withers?
I'm looking for your Constable Henry.
Henry?
The poet.
Lawson,
Well,
what?
that's what I was saying.
This is with us.
So how are those gears going, Betty?
Oh, my dear, I feel such a fool.
What can we do for you, Mrs. Withers?
I'd like you to run through this with me.
Ah, road rules.
It's all changed since the 1950s. And I want a little coaching on the gears. Men know about gears.
Have you thought about getting a driving instructor?
Oh, but I'd have to sign up for 10 lessons. I'll only need one.
Constable Lawson has got rather a lot on his plate at the moment, Miss Withers.
Well, maybe
No, that's
I
all right. I'll do it. Gear stick. And now we just go up into first, down into second, and up into third.
Oh, I don't think I'll get beyond second.
What's going on in here?
Well, Constable Lawson's kindly taking me through the gears.
Is he indeed?
Yeah, I checked it was okay.
We don't usually do this sort of thing, Betty.
Do you want me to be a menace on the road, then?
Didn't you say something about a refresher course, boss?
Maybe you better run her through it a couple more times just to be on the safe side.
Well, that'd be great.
Well, that's the theory taken care of. Next, we'll do the practical.
Beg your pardon?
Well, you're not going to let me loose on the open road without actual driving experience,
We haven't
are
actually
you?
discussed this, have we, Mrs. Withers?
I'm sure it'll be quite all right with Senior Sergeant Croydon.
Well, thank you very much for your help.
Is the boss actually going along with this?
Yeah, he knows about it.
Ben, that was the Shire Council.
And?
The woman I spoke to didn't know anything about the road.
One
but,
summons coming up.
But she'll get onto the Shire engineer, who'll get back in contact with us either late this arvo or early tomorrow.
Joe, there might be a problem with the road, but there's also a problem with her driving. She thinks she's better than she is. She was going too fast for that corner.
Mr. Weller?
I think my car's been stolen. I went home for a quick lunch. I was only inside about 25 minutes, gobbling down a tomato sandwich, and when I came out to go back to work, it was gone.
Could anybody else in the family have borrowed it without you knowing?
No. My son Angus is a learner, but he wouldn't have taken it. I suppose I shouldn't have parked it in the street.
Right, well, we'll get this report on the system. Might not be far off.
You reckon I'll get it back?
I wish I could give you an answer.
Well, the recovery rate's not too good, eh?
Well, it's not as good as we'd like now.
Yeah, it's a bloody nuisance. I was going to take my boy out for a driving lesson.
Well, we'll give you a call if it does turn up.
Oh, hello, boys. Hope you bagged a few baddies for the inspector.
Oh, no, but we almost got Joe's friend again.
Fee,
Yeah, caught her running lights in Hetherington Way.
are you sure you don't just have it in for her?
No, I don't have it in for anyone, Joe. You asked Ben, he was there.
Sorry, Joe, I've got to agree with him. She's a speed freak, all right?
You gave her a ticket straight away this time, I hope?
Well, it was a line ball, so we let her off with a warning.
Well, she's been in enough trouble for one day, I suppose. Let's hope she learns a lesson from her upcoming court appearance. Have you finished the paperwork on that?
No, not exactly.
You'd better hurry up and do it.
Actually, boss, we decided not to go ahead with that until we got a report from the council on the condition of the road.
Bad roads are no excuse for driving like a maniac. I thought we agreed the girl gets a summon.
Well, we were, but when Joe pointed out the fact, it
Parish, I
seemed
might have known. Were you party to this?
No, not exactly.
it wasn't their fault. It was me.
I don't care whose fault it was. That girl gets a summons now. Now, start on the brief, please, Liz.
Just before you do, boss, that was the Shire engineer. He said that section of Bly Street's badly overdue for resurfacing and they've had a number of complaints.
Ms McNamara, we've asked you in to explain what's happening about this morning.
Takes all of you.
Constables Parish and Lawson have an interest in this case.
Oh, I'm a case, am I?
We've spoken to the Shire Council and they've confirmed that the surface on that part of Bly Street is due for an upgrade.
I told you.
Overconfidence is a big problem among young drivers.
Oh, young boy drivers.
Not just males.
I know about bad surfaces. I've been in rallies with Mum. I know how to handle them.
Well, you obviously misjudged this particular corner. However, in the circumstances, we've decided to take no further action. Slow down, Ms. McNamara. Next time, you might not get off so lightly.
Don't thank me, thank her.
I knew you were on my side.
Well, I just made a phone call. They really should do something about that road.
You wouldn't think so to listen to your boss. He still seems to think I'm responsible somehow.
Look, don't worry about it.
Well, thanks again.
Anytime.
Yeah. See ya.
Joe? I suspect the boss was making a serious point in there.
Yeah, I know, but it's just a bit like being wrapped over the knuckles by your dad. I mean, it would have made more sense if you'd done it.
How's that?
Well, someone closer to her age, but still with authority. She might have listened to you.
Ben, there's a car through a fence on Pearson Street. Seems to have hit a baby's pram.
I know. I was out the back spraying all my lemons and I came out and found it like this.
Constable, late model black Mitsubishi Magnum. You want to get the usual for him?
Yeah, sure.
Look at the fence!
Oh, he's bad.
Only a little while ago. Before I took her to the shop. She would have been.
You could just tell me, is this your car?
Guess what, Sergeant? It's Dave Weller's stolen car.
Good afternoon.
Hello, Acting Sergeant Stewart and Constable Parrish from Mount Thomas Police. Mrs. Weller, is it?
Sonia, how can I help you?
Is your husband home?
No. Why?
Well, we've found his car.
Oh, he'll be so pleased. I should ask, I suppose. What shape's the car in?
The front end's knocked about a bit, but it's in better shape than the fence.
And the pram.
Pram?
Yes, there was a pram in the front garden.
Oh, there wasn't a...
No, baby, no, luckily.
Does David know about this?
Not yet, no. This was where the car's registered, so we came here first.
Oh, yes.
Mrs. Weller, do you mind if we just go over some of these details?
No, please.
Now, your husband said the car went missing at lunchtime. Is that correct?
Yes. David came home to get some papers and we heard the sound of a car engine and then tyres screeching, just like in the movies. Oh, anyway, David said, "That sounds like my car." And he rushed out, but it was gone.
And neither of you saw anyone?
No.
Right. Well, thanks for your time.
Thank you for your efficiency.
It's a bloody good thing the baby had been moved.
Absolutely.
We better find whoever it was before they do kill someone.
Well, they didn't get far this time, and presuming that they're locals, they'll still be around somewhere.
This doesn't sound like a professional theft. I mean, they wouldn't be so stupid.
The kids joyriding.
Well, not much joy for anybody else.
Well, they must have left in a hurry, so there might be prints.
I'll grab my kit.
A witness would be handy. Organise a door knock of the street.
Jack, do you want to come with me?
Yeah.
PJ?
Yeah?
What did David Weller say that he was doing when the car was stolen?
Having lunch.
Yeah, tomato sandwich. But his wife said that he came home to collect some papers.
Well, maybe he did both.
Yeah, but she also said that she heard a screech of tyres, but he said...
He went out there and it was gone.
It's a discrepancy. We should have another word with him.
All right, buddy.
Oh, I'll do it if you like.
That'd be good. Try his office, will you?
Yep.
Hey! How'd you go with Dave Weller?
Missed him. He had a late appointment in St David's, so I'll catch him at home first thing.
I don't know why we have to harass the poor bloke. I mean, there is probably a perfectly innocent explanation.
Oh, it's worth checking out. The car didn't turn up any prints anyway.
All right, so who's active at the moment?
Check
Do we
the
know?
usuals, but if it's joyriders, it's going to be hard.
I hear that a certain Ben Stewart's going to be sergeant again.
Well, we certainly hope so, Chrissy. We don't want any out-of-towners given the job.
Oh, so you call Ben a local?
Practically. Give him another 15 years.
I think we'll make an exception for him. Make it 10.
Must have been tough on him getting demoted from detective sergeant.
Well, it's never easy losing your rank, but he's paid his dues.
He's going to get the stripes, though, isn't he?
Look, there are several good candidates. 5 exceptionally good candidates. I'm only a member of the board, along with your good friend Monica Draper and Inspector Falcon.
Oh, yes, my 2 favourite friends.
Hey, we've got a possible witness, boss.
Yeah?
Yes, Thelma Washington saw a young bloke running from the scene.
Let's get a description.
Oh, it's pretty vague. She's going to come and have us look at some mug shots first thing in the morning.
Before you go in front of the board.
Yes.
Got your answers ready?
Oh, pretty much, yeah.
So, Acting Sergeant, how many output groups involved in your current business
6.
plan?
Community support and public safety, incident and event management, crime investigation, road safety and trauma reduction, supporting the judicial process.
That's 5. Help him,
Yeah,
someone
no,
help
it's
him!
coming, it's coming. Go on.
You're going to have to rig the interview, boss.
No, please, I don't want any special treatment.
No, you won't be getting any. don't
Information and regulatory services.
Hey, you are a shoo-in.
certainly having a run of bad luck with cars lately, Mr. Weller.
Yeah, can you believe it? I must still be half asleep.
I could write you a penalty notice for reverse when unsafe, you realise that?
Sounds like a lot of trouble for you and grief for me.
You know who owns this other car?
Oh, yeah, Grant Morris. He just lives in there. Good bloke. No, I'll fix it up with him. It'll be all right, yeah.
Well,
I'm sure that's not why you stopped by on the off chance that I might have just backed into someone.
No, it's not actually. There's actually just a couple of things we wanted to clear up from yesterday.
Yes, of course.
Your wife said you came home to collect some papers.
Yes, that's right. Yeah,
Well, you told Detective Hasham and Acting Sergeant Stewart that you were at home having lunch.
yeah, that's right, too. I made myself a sandwich. Sonia was in another part of the house, so she probably didn't even realise that I'd had it.
Right. And how did you come to find the car stolen again?
Well, I came out and it was gone.
Your wife said you heard a screech of tyres?
Yeah, that's why I came out.
You didn't say that before.
Oh, didn't occur to me. I was thinking about what was in the, the stuff in the car. And, does that clear everything up for you?
Well, yeah, except I probably should get you to... Mr. Weller? Look, I'll leave you to it. You will get on to...
Oh, yeah, leave it with me. It'll be all right.
Okay.
A simple explanation. I thought there'd be one.
You take the guy at his word.
No way of verifying it one way or the other.
I'll back your judgment, Joe. What do you think? Was the guy being straight?
Yeah, that'd be my assessment. He was way too flustered to deceive anyone.
Flustered?
Yeah, poor guy just had an argument with a parked car.
What happened?
Oh, he backed into it. Minimal damage. Happens.
Well, it happens if you're drunk or not paying attention.
It was 8 a.m, for God's sake.
I wouldn't be the first person to come up positive at that time of the day. I should have tested him.
He didn't act drunk.
Maybe he hides it well, eh?
And having his car stolen, that'd be a good way out of a drink driving charge.
It's pretty far-fetched, isn't it?
We need to have another chat with this bloke.
Yeah.
Claim my car was stolen. What is this?
So what were you doing beforehand?
Well, I've already told you I was in a business meeting.
And where did this meeting take place?
I can't see how that's relevant.
Just bear with me if you would.
The Imperial Hotel.
Was there any alcohol consumed?
Not by me. I had to drive.
Oh, yeah, I know, Dave. He was in here yesterday with Neil Harding, Max Stoppard, and some other bloke. I don't know who he was.
Oh, you are slipping, Christine.
Yeah, no, I was thinking exactly the same thing myself. Anyway, they were here having a meeting of some sort.
Were they drinking?
Oh, it was a pretty happy meeting, you could say.
Does Dave Weller come in here a lot?
No, not a lot, just every now and then.
Does he stay long?
No, you'll only ever have one or two, maybe, then get a bottle and go.
What about yesterday?
Oh, just the one beer, I think. Seems like a nice sort of a bloke.
No, that's fine. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. Just spoke to Neil Harding. He confirms what Chris had to say. Dave Weller only had one beer and the rest of the time he was drinking OJ.
So we're back to what the neighbour, Mrs. Washington, saw. Someone running from the car, eh?
But Ben's got her in the interview room now looking through photo books.
I, for one, would be very surprised to hear that Dave Weller was a drunk.
Yeah, and if he'd been grogging on all morning, I mean, we would have smelt it on him.
Not if he'd been drinking vodka.
Don't give up easily, do you?
Well, as your accountant, what do you know about him? Not a lot. He's a good accountant. He's only been in town a few months.
Still worth checking out, Jacko. Get on to his friends. You know the drill, where he was before, sort of thing.
Waste of time if you ask me.
No one did. Thank you very much indeed. Mrs. Washington's picked one. Here he is. Simon Vincent McGinty, prize for burglary and car theft.
Hey, give the man a cigar.
Well done. I'm off to St David's. Just be yourself. You'll be fine.
Remember, do the right thing.
Now, hadn't you guys better get out there and find this McGinty character?
On our way, Sarge.
See, Benny boy, it's not the froth and bubble that Jacko goes on about. It's the creme. That's what it's about. That's the art. You okay?
Yeah, sure.
Sugar?
Yes, make it 2.
2.
Beautiful. Hey.
You nervous, eh?
God, yeah. You know, I hadn't realised until just now how much this job means to me.
You're getting your spark back again.
It's not that I want to be a country copper forever, but I sure as hell have to do this so I can get myself back into the loop.
Back into the squads, back to organised crime.
Hey, kids, just in time for coffee. European style.
More coffee now.
So, where's our Simon Vincent McGinty?
Not at home, and his grouchy mum wasn't much help either.
So much for the eyewitness.
Well, she only said she hadn't seen him, not that he wasn't in town.
He told her that he was up to Melbourne a fortnight ago.
Yeah, well, lots of mothers lie to protect their sons.
She called him a bludgeoning insect, didn't
Doesn't mean she doesn't still love him at the end of the day and want to protect him.
Mount Thomas 900, go ahead.
She called him a criminal.
Series 12 and 16 on Flat Gully Road near Boundary Road. Ambos on the way. You attend, thanks.
Yes, copy VKC. We're on our way. To your right for it?
Oh, yeah. We're on our way.
Open your eyes. Can you hear me? Got your mate too? Yep.
How is she?
Oh, look, I don't think it's going to be too good. Could be touch and go with this one.
You want a collar?
Yeah, an extra short would be great.
Female Mara.
And what's her condition?
Any sign of another car?
Nothing obvious. No different coloured paint marks that we could see. No skid marks, debris.
Right, it's the same old story. Speed and inexperience, huh?
Maybe.
Sometimes the only way of knowing what happened is to talk to the driver, and that's not always possible.
If she dies, yeah.
Just spoke to Dr. Carter. Fiona's out of theatre. She's in recovery, but she's in a pretty bad way. They'll let us know if she wakes up.
Parents been informed?
Well, the old man's dead, but yeah, told her mum. Poor woman.
You think if we'd proceeded against her, it might have slowed her down?
Look, it was her fault, nobody else's.
She wouldn't have just run off the road like that.
Why?
Her mum's a rally driver. She would have taught her really well.
Sure.
There's got to be another car involved somehow.
Hey, look who it is. Ready for your date with Destiny, Sergeant?
I wouldn't call it that exactly. I'll look okay.
Perfect. Just give him that smile.
Well, this one. Hey, Benny. What's going on?
We just wanted to wish you luck for this afternoon. It's
Not that you'll need it, mate.
No, and because nobody else is going to get this job except you.
That's right.
So we got you a little something.
Thanks.
Sorry.
It's all right. Why don't we share?
It's fine by me.
God, you wouldn't get away with leaving a mess like this in Shep.
Shepparton.
Yeah.
Is Barry Stevens still up there?
Oh. You know Barry?
Yeah, he's from Melbourne years ago. How's the old bastard going?
Oh, he'll be there forever.
Say good day from Ben Stewart.
I will. I'm Tess Gallagher, by the way.
Detective.
Yeah. You from here?
Mount Thomas. I'm just here for a board.
The sergeant's job?
Yeah.
Well, you'd have to be the favourite.
Well, I mean, it's a big field. I'm not even sure who else is running.
Apart from you, the front runner would have to be Ivan Brady.
Brady?
Yeah, Mr. Smooth.
What's he doing up here?
Just looking for another rung on his way to the top.
Well, my senior sarge is looking for someone who's going to stick around for a while, not just to blow through.
And no worries. Oh, man, this coffee's awful. Don't they know about real coffee down here?
We just got a new espresso machine.
Your wife?
No, at the station. No wife.
Well, I'll have to drop in sometime for a short black.
You should. You ever been to Mount Thomas?
I'll pass through.
It's a great place.
Tom Croydon.
Mm-hmm.
What's he like?
Well, he's your typical old-fashioned country copper. People first, paperwork later. He's a good bloke. Here he is.
Isn't that Brady with him?
Yeah, that's him.
Sorry we're running so late. Last candidate took a bit longer than we expected. You're up next.
Ben?
Come on, Ben, they're waiting.
Yep, I'm coming. Just... Sorry.
I'll have to take you up on that offer sometime. The coffee.
Hey, the conquering hero. How'd it go?
I was fantastic, if I do say so myself.
No tricky questions?
Yeah, one or two, but nothing I couldn't handle.
What about that stuff about the output group? That come up?
Yes, it sure did, and you'll be pleased to know I did not put a foot wrong.
Get a look at the competition?
Yeah, one of them, a bloke called Ivan Brady.
Oh.
Who's he?
Oh,
Mount Thomas Station.
shiny shoes, yeah, real smooth. He's got command written all over.
Oh, we don't want him here.
Guess who's back in town?
I was nowhere near Pearson Street yesterday.
You're identified running from the scene.
It wasn't me.
Oh, looked like you.
Must have been my brother.
Your brother? Oh, what brother?
Christ, my dad left home when I was 2. God knows what he got up to after that, eh?
You were seen in Pearson Street. You got prize for burgs and car theft, so don't get smart with me.
I was in Melbourne, I'm telling you.
Melbourne. It's a big place. Whereabouts?
I can't remember the address. I was somewhere in Pascoe Vale.
Pascoe Vale. Who were you with?
No, I can't remember the
Who
names.
were you with?
I was in a pub somewhere, and I met him there. It's party town, that, Melbourne.
So why you ran over the pram, is it? Because you were drunk or hungover?
What pram? What are you guys talking about?
He doesn't even remember. The pram you ran over, driving Dave Weller's car.
Hang on, I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't kill any kid, all right?
Then what were you doing in Pearson Street?
Good, all right. I was knocking over a place. I was just bringing the stuff out when I hear this almighty crash. Well, you know, I just thought I'd better make myself scarce.
Hey, McGinty's story checks out. There's a big stack of electrical goods and other little things piled up in the backyard, right where he said he left them.
Lucky it didn't rain last night.
Look, I've stacked the goods inside the house just in case you want to get some prints.
All right, thanks, mate.
So why didn't anyone report this burg earlier?
The owners are away on holiday in Queensland.
Do you want to take care of charging McGinty for me, please, Jack?
Pleasure.
So we're right back to where we started with this car theft.
Hey, Jacko, how'd you go on that background check on Dave Weller?
Not so good. I'm still waiting for people to get back to me.
You're not still on that, are you?
Listen, we can't find McGinty guilty just because it suits you, can we?
I know.
No.
Hang on a second, would you? It's Dr. Carter. How fast were you driving?
70, maybe 80k.
But you weren't exceeding the speed limit.
Oh, no. No way.
Well, so what happened?
Another car came up really fast behind me and clipped the back of me as it swerved out to pass.
And did you get a look at this car? Can you describe it?
Not really, because I went into a spin. I was just trying to control mine.
Anything at all? Colour?
I think it might have been white.
Okay. White. Make?
No idea.
Joe, there is absolutely no physical evidence of another car.
Yeah, well, let's look a bit harder.
Look, we've got to get back to the office. There's work to do. Joe?
Hang on, Jack. That's a bit of broken indicator lens.
Yeah, that could be from Fee's car.
But way back here, just bounced off the tree and landed here, did it? I don't think so.
Okay. Photos. Maybe you're right. Maybe there was a second car involved.
So we're looking at a hit and run.
I reckon so.
But hundreds of cars use that road every week. That could belong to any one of them.
Yeah, but its position on the road, everything. I mean, it matched Fee's story exactly. What are the chances of that?
She didn't exactly give you a great description of the car, did she?
She said it was white. That's better than most people would manage. I mean, shouldn't we at least get these to forensics and see if they can give us a make and model?
Go for your life, go for your life. Hey, you're back early. Couldn't have taken too long to decide.
Not too long, no.
So Ben murdered him, right?
Well, Stuart was most impressive, but I can't say anything about the decision. Just going to have to wait.
But a decision has been made.
You know I can't say anything because nothing's official as yet. So, you didn't manage to burn down the station while I was away?
Oh, we tried, boss, but it was a bit damp.
And Mount Thomas has been thoroughly blitzed, I hope?
No, Lawson and Parrish have kept up an unremitting presence on the highway.
Hey, that was a mate of Dave Weller's from Melbourne.
Oh, yeah?
And well, Ray didn't use these words exactly, but he says Dave's got a drinking problem. Cost him a job in Melbourne, then another one in Adelaide, then one in Bendigo.
Oh, so the towns get smaller and smaller until he ends up in Mount Thomas. I wonder where he's going to end up next.
No, my luck, it'll be Swiss Creek. And Joe, that four-wheel drive of his wife's, that's white, isn't it?
Yeah.
I wonder if he's been anywhere near Flat Gully Road today.
I think the boss is going to need a new accountant.
Coming, Joe?
It's a bit of a long shot, isn't it?
Cheer up. You said there was a second car involved, and looks like we found it. G'day.
Sonia.
Your dad at home?
Yeah.
Could we have a word with him?
Please? Hey, Mum, it's the police.
Back again. No problem with the car, I hope?
No, we're hoping to speak to Mr. Weller, actually.
Of course. Come in. You'll have to excuse me, though. We're at 6s and 7s here at the moment. Angus, darling, go outside and drop some baskets.
Sink.
So, what can we do for the law today? I can drink in my own house. What do you want now?
Where have you been for the last few hours, Mr. Weller?
Here. Why?
You haven't been out at all?
He's been here all the time. Drinking.
Has anyone used your car today, Mrs. Weller?
No. Yes, I took Angus for a drive. He's a learner.
Where'd you go?
Oh, just down to the sports ground and back. Did some parking practice.
Didn't go anywhere near Flat Gully Road?
No, that's the opposite direction.
Sure.
We didn't go anywhere near it. Why?
A young woman was forced off the road. She's seriously injured. She's in hospital.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, but we weren't anywhere near there.
OK, well, thank you for your help anyway.
How are things at the Wellers?
Pretty chilly. She's definitely covering for him.
Joe? What do you think?
I don't know what to think anymore. Weller was drunk and hostile. Not that that proves anything. Do we get anything back on those fragments?
No, and we're not likely to. According to forensics, they could have come from any of the popular makes of car.
Great.
So someone's driving around Mount Thomas with a broken indicator lens.
Or they've done a quick fix-it job.
Well, I could ring around some spare parts places.
Yeah, no, they'll all be closed now, but first thing in the morning, eh?
Hey, put it away. Put it away. Your money's no good tonight. Chrissy, drink for the sergeant.
You got it then?
Well, no, don't ask me, ask him.
That hasn't been officially announced yet.
Come on, Tom, you're amongst friends here.
I can't, really.
Well, look, I'll tell you what, when it is official, the celebration is on me.
Chris, thank you, I appreciate that.
You right?
Yes, coming.
Ben, before you go, I just want to have a quiet word about it today.
Tom, it's OK. I know you can't say anything. It wouldn't be proper.
Look, I just wanted to say you did a damn fine job down there, and any station will be lucky to get you as a sergeant.
Thank you. Coming from you, I appreciate it.
But what I'm trying to tell you is that you didn't get the job.
What? Who did?
Look, I'm sorry, really.
Brady.
He wasn't the only other candidate.
Hey, Benny, you're up.
Yeah, coming. Yeah, well, win some, you lose some, eh?
Yeah.
This is rather early, isn't it?
Have you got a minute?
My husband's still asleep. He's had a busy few days.
I think I know. Please, just a minute.
What is it?
I've actually come to apologise.
Apologise? I don't understand.
It's all my fault. Everything that's happened the last few days. If I just breathalyzed him after that accident the other morning...
Is this some kind of trick or something?
It's not a trick. He was drunk, wasn't he? Like he is most mornings, afternoons and nights. Like he was when he went through the fence in Pearson Street.
We told you. His car was stolen.
He definitely wasn't driving, to your knowledge.
We don't lie. We're decent, respectable people. My husband has a reputation as a very honest businessman. Ask anyone.
Well, that's the thing. We have asked. Mrs. Weller, would you like to take these? They list people who help alcoholics and their families.
He's not an alcoholic.
He does seem to have a bit of a problem.
No, I don't want them.
Please just read them. Can it do any harm?
No, absolutely not. Now, please, go and leave my family alone.
That's great. Thank you. Well, no wonder Mrs. Weller was so uptight when I went round this morning.
Why, what have we got?
The Jeep dealership in St David sold a lens for an indicator light yesterday afternoon. for a vehicle just like Sonia Weller's.
To him?
No, to her. Or a woman matching her description, anyway.
Good work. It doesn't prove that that was the car involved in the accident, though.
No, nor who was driving it.
PJ, what do you think?
Well, you got enough grounds to keep on pushing.
Can I get onto forensics and ask them to check both cars for paint particles?
Yeah, by all means.
Well, where are you going?
To give Mrs. Withers her practical driving lesson.
This is a police station, Lawson, not a driving academy.
You authorised it.
Did I?
Mrs. Weller, what can we do for you?
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have come.
Mrs. Weller, what is it? What's the matter? Can we use an office?
Yeah. Just come through here.
You have to stop him.
Mrs. Weller, what's happened?
He's taken my car.
What happened exactly?
After yesterday, he promised he wouldn't drive again. And then he does this turnaround. He wanted me to drive him somewhere. But I wouldn't because he was so drunk. I tried to stand in front of the car, but I couldn't stop him.
OK, when was this?
About 20 minutes ago.
Do you have any idea at all where he might have been going?
He's lost control. He doesn't know what he's doing.
He was involved in that collision yesterday, wasn't he? And fenced the day before.
Sorry.
OK, we'll deal with all that later. But right now, the important thing, as you said, is to find him and stop him.
He nearly ran me over. I had to jump out of the way.
Right, what we need from you right now is a statement saying that you are the registered owner of the vehicle and your husband did not have permission to drive the car. Now, are you prepared to give that?
I suppose you've got a girlfriend, Jack? A handsome young man like you?
No, not exactly, no. Why don't you slow down a bit?
Oh, was I going too far? Sorry.
That's him.
OK, just edge up on him. Mount Thomas 250 to VKC.
Go ahead, 250.
Yes, we're intercepting a stolen vehicle, Oscar Papa Tango 769, which we believe is being driven by a David Weller.
It's probably that old bomb you drive.
Yeah, that's probably it. Hey, watch out!
Maniacs like that shouldn't be allowed on the road.
No.
Did I do the right thing?
Mrs. Withers, you were perfect.
Turn off the ignition, please, sir. Step out of the car. Mr. Weller, you are under arrest for the theft of a motor vehicle. I must inform you that you're not obliged to say or do anything, but anything you say or do may be given in evidence. Do you understand that?
Theft? How can it be stolen?
Ask your wife.
The result of your breath test shows a reading of 0.165%. Do you have any reason for driving whilst in excess of the prescribed concentration of alcohol?
What do you reckon?
There was an accident yesterday afternoon on Flat Gully Road. You know about that?
A young woman was seriously injured.
Well, if you're pointing the finger at me, forget it, because I was at home. You can ask my wife.
Well, your wife has made a statement that she replaced a smashed indicator lens on her car, which she believed occurred as a result of that accident, and that you were driving her car at the time.
Sonia said that.
Yes.
My wife.
Yes.
Were you driving her car at about 2 p.m. along Flat Gully Road yesterday?
Mr. Weller, do you have any idea how much anguish you're causing with your drinking? Your family? This young woman? She could have died.
What young woman?
Her name is Fiona McNamara.
McNamara. Jill's daughter.
Do you know her?
She's one of my clients.
Were you involved in an accident yesterday on Flat Gully Road?
I just, clipped her as I was overtaking. And it was nothing. I thought she was okay. I thought she was okay.
Thanks for that. It's official. Forensics reckon paint particles from the two cars match.
Well, at least Weller's off the road.
Yes.
Hey,
Hi.
I've come for that coffee you promised me.
Right. Great, come through. PJ, do you want to get the espresso machine fired up?
Hello.
Hi.
Welcome.
I love the town, Tom.
Good.
It's great.
Tom. So you know each other?
We met at St David's. Tess Gallagher is our new sergeant.
Jack Lawson.
How you going?
This is Constable Joe Parrish. Fella over there is PJ Hasham, CI department.
Hello.
Well, let me show you around the place.
Yeah. Coffee machine, at the back.
Oh,
yeah?